This podcast is part of the Michigan Sports and Entertainment Podcast Network. Go to michigansportsandentertainment.com for more great podcasts.
The horrors of editing.
A fursuit fiasco.
She's just not Indian.
All that in a bore.
Cody, claw Mike Tyson.
Okay, hold on. Let me get Microsoft Paint open real quick. I'm gonna get some nice blood here. Ooh, that looks nice. Ooh, I like that green. That came out really good.
That's a nice green.
It is. Makes the blood look even more like disgusting.
It's a perfect shade of green.
Very mythical.
It is very mythical.
And make this explosion look very realistic here.
Very realistic.
Very realistic.
How realistic is it?
So realistic that you can't even tell I'm making it on the screen. Right
Can you just put some happy trees there too?
here. Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Some happy trees.
Happy trees. Hi, guys.
I'm back.
Welcome to episode 70 of the Super Media Bros podcast. I am Midnight Agent Raw.
And I'm Wakame.
Cult Cinema Showdown 22. And the beasts are running wild.
They're running rampant.
They're scratching and clawing.
Their way to the top. Yeah, that's literally the noise they make.
We're not kidding. That is the noise of the night.
The theme of the night. Speaking of night.
It's a battle of cryptids, goddammit. Lycan Colony versus Suburban Sasquatch.
Literally the fursuit fiasco.
All I have to say is Rob Roy's magnum opus has finally seen the light of day, thanks to Cinema Epic. And it couldn't have come at a better time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. This is ridiculous. Werewolves and Sasquatch.
Sassy Sasquatch.
This is the second time we've had like a werewolf thing on the show. And God damn it.
And yet I still prefer Wolf Cop over this.
Dude, I said, second time. This is the umpteenth time because we had this one and then we had Ginger Snaps.
That's true. I prefer that over this.
But instead of those going against this, we've got the Sasquatch fighting the fucking Lycans. Not in the films, but you already know.
Instead of Underworld, underproduced.
Yeah, I mean, goddamn, it's cult films. I mean, most of these are absolute gems. They're garbage, but we love them for the garbage that they are.
And we suffer for you.
It's drop it like it's hot garbage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I was going.
Trash vision.
Smell of vision.
Yeah, because one of these films has a freaking hefty bag cave.
The bag cave.
The bag cave.
It's so bag.
Yeah.
So bag, it's good.
Yep. It's rubbish.
God, we forgot to talk about rubbish last week.
We did.
We are sorry. Quick little note on that. We saw a lot of signs on the way on our road trip to Atlanta. It was like rubbish. Instead of like, if you throw your trash on the road, it's a $500 fine.
But no, in Alabama is if you throw any rubbish, it's $500 fine.
I thought we were like out the country somewhere. It's fucking rubbish.
We're in England. Jolly England, you're rubbish.
Fuck. I'd like to get into some rubbish right now. Can we get into Lycan Colony?
Too specific, but yeah. Too specific rubbish.
Okay. I don't really know what else to say about this except it's fucking infamous. It is extremely infamous in the underground cult film world. The movie just, I don't know. I feel like when you hear the name, if anybody knows what Lycan Colony is, or if you are a fan of cult films, if you hear this name, you automatically know what clusterfuck we speak of.
Especially when we review it. Because if it's on our show, you know it's interesting.
And the fun thing about it is I'm pretty positive that our review will be a little more fun of it. But, dude, I've seen this movie get fucking trashed elsewhere. I mean, it is so deserving of a fucking 1-star rating, but my God, does it still entertain despite every fucking flaw that it has.
Whether you like it or not.
Exactly. So let's get into this motherfucker. Okay, so it just opens up. It weirdly opens up. It looks like they were going to show one thing, and then it shows like another like title like flip. There's like a full moon, and then it shows some credits rolling, and it's a kid being chased through the woods by the fucking Duck Dynasty crew.
Honestly, it didn't even look like woods. It looked like the part of a backyard.
Okay, so it opens up on a kid being chased through a backyard, like a part of a backyard by the Duck Dynasty crew. No, I'm serious. It probably really was a backyard, so let's just call it like it is. It opens up with a kid being chased through the woods in a backyard.
Hey, Mom, can we film in your backyard? Oh,
Yeah, it's okay, dear.
oh, okay, thank you.
Thanks, Mom.
Go over here, kid.
Okay. So they corner this kid, which you were fucking laughing at. By the way, let's preface this. There are so many fucked up edits and jump cuts in this movie, it's not even funny.
So the very first fatal fall was the kid tripped onto his face
This movie be
into the
tripping.
ground. Yeah. And then immediately the next split second, he was already on his backside holding his hands up.
What am I going to do?
Oh no, Daddy Derek's here.
Oh, man. I bet Daddy Derek jerks off to shit like this. Anything involving guns.
Yeah, that was a quote from the night earlier.
Yeah, we'll get to it later. But anyway, this kid has a gun pointed at him. And then you just hear in the back, like all these wolves. And I think it's funny. They just look up and they're, shut up, blah, blah, blah. Or, he'll, what is it? Like, shut up or he dies or some shit.
Shut up or he dies. And we have only request. We stay alive. That's it.
But it was funny because you just hear, and they say it, and they go, they just fucking stop immediately. Like, well, better shut the fuck up. And then you just hear the one in the back, and you hear, shut the fuck up, Bill. He said,
It's not your turn.
it's not, no. He said, stop fucking howling. He'll let the kid live. God damn it, Bill.
Didn't it immediately go to them back to back, and they're like just constantly looking around.
Well, yeah, like one of the wolves come out and just, you were laughing because it just slats the fuck out of it, and it's the most stupid CG, like if you want to call it that. It looks like somebody took like some old school like MySpace like video image, like GIF art, some shit, just slapped it on it, just like a little stream of blood spurting.
Yeah.
That's all that happens. And then I thought it was the Predator for a second. Yeah, because it just how it inverts the colors, and you're just like, are we really doing this?
Yeah, we can tell. Like, it sat there for a good 30, 45 seconds just looking at them in infrared.
We get the fucking point. Not you, the film. Because looking at the film, both of us are like, okay, we get the point.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to us? Cut to a PowerPoint presentation, aka the fucking title card of the movie.
Which the cover art on Amazon is drastically different from this opening title sequence.
It's because Greg and them know what the fuck they're doing with it.
You literally have this realistic wolf with the blood moon and just like this gritty looking picture on the Amazon art.
Awesome.
And then you get to this like Oregon Trail, looking IBM, graphic art with Lycan Colony all in cursive and like a very fucked up looking wolf eye.
Dude, it looks like a goddamn summer camp in the Midwest. Like, it looks like a sign to a summer camp in the fucking Midwest.
Welcome to Lycan Colony. Population 5. I'm sorry, 1, because Rob Roy lives here.
I was going to say, fucking scratches it out. 1 next to
Constantly scratches it.
They say fuck it, and they just start keeping a tally mark of like dead and living.
They literally look at everything. It's like, why do we even keep score of this? There's only going to be 1 eventually.
The same one.
That's why they didn't even put no tally mark on the bottom. They just scratch the whole thing out and just put Lycan Colony. This is a good introduction to the city.
That's right. And it comes out of the title card to a family in the kitchen, and this guy named Dan is a recovering alcoholic and is also a doctor whose wife always shit talks him to their son.
You forgot one part.
Did I forget one part?
He was in the ER and he kept looking at his hands and they were like clipping blood on his hands like 6 times.
Yeah, okay. For anybody out there that is an amateur at filming, it's like an old way of doing like, oh my God, we want to splice this image of like my hand's covered in blood. It's not covered in blood. You would just put your hand in one spot and film it for a bit and then try to match the exact spot up with your hand covered in blood, except the hand was like on a different part of the screen every fucking time.
Yeah, it would like slightly move a couple inches to the sides. So we obviously knew something was amiss.
Yeah, apparently there's some... I honestly didn't give a fuck about it, really, because it doesn't have anything to do with the rest of this movie, other than him being in AA. Apparently, he fucking killed somebody somehow accident. I don't fucking know.
How will we know when the audio was so low? Like,
That's why I didn't give a fuck.
like lower than Little John. Get low. Get low, get low.
What? Get low, get low. I can't hear you.
We're actually talking. Because we're recreating the dialogue. Air quoting this.
Sound effects!
And that happens too.
Yeah, like you'll be hearing nothing. And then just loud fucking booms and bangs and sound effect.
Or just a scream, like even like a wolf scream. Ah!
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So anyway, the family's in the kitchen. The wife, what was her name? Sandy? Yeah, Sandy. She's shit talking the fuck out of him.
Who the
to
fuck
kid.
cares?
Yeah, I know. But she's shit talking him to her son Stuart, and he's like leaves. Fuck, I don't give a fuck what he said.
Yeah, but he also fell down the stairs whenever she was calling him down for dinner. He fell down the stairs with his MP3 player in his hand. He just somehow magically tripped on the way down, like smashed it, and biters came out.
He didn't fucking trip. He grabbed the guardrail and like sat down and kind of scooted down the stairs.
Yeah, I don't know how the director thought this was the believable version of tripping, but yeah, he did that.
Shit was gold though. Yeah. Shit was fucking comedy gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the wife is bitching at Dan. She's like, "You take out the trash. It smells like death in here," or some bullshit. Guys,
and he's like, I got it.
Right? Backyard, okay? If you have a shit ton of woods in the backyard, why would you put the trash can there instead of like, at the front where the garbage truck comes to pick it up and then at least just drag it to the road when it's time?
I mean, it literally looks like there's a path into the woods partially, and there's the trash can right there. Because you really don't want the trash to stink up your house when it's within 10 feet of it. So you put it in the woods to attract anything that comes out.
Like bears.
Or, raccoons.
Yeah, trash pandas.
Or werewolves.
Or Dan's fucking sponsor. Because that was fucking creepy as shit. He just comes out of nowhere. Hey, what's up? Ugh!
Yeah. With a freaking trash lid in hand, Dan's like, ha! Shielding himself.
He's sitting there and he's all like, man, he's trying to remind him about his fucking AA meetings and all this other bullshit. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here like, dude, why are you creeping around in his backyard?
Making sure he's, not on the sauce.
Exactly. Well, Dave, I think is his name. Again, don't really give a fuck. I'm just kind of going off of what I remember.
This dude who sponsors Dan.
It's his sponsor, Dan. It's Dan's sponsor.
Sponsor Dan, you got your AA back.
I got my AA bag. Yeah. Those motherfuckers got a bottle of Jack. Yeah.
Sauce.
So, several shitty edits later, Sarah shows up at Stu's room, and this chick that kind of sneaks in or whatever.
Yeah, by the way, Sarah is this chick that just sneaks into his room because she has literally no other introduction besides that.
Yeah. And this is one of the many parts in this film that was shot during the day, and they flipped the camera coloring around so that it looked like it was nighttime, and you can't see a fucking thing that's going on in this bedroom. You just see silhouettes talking, and it doesn't really matter at this fucking point. You can't see shit. There's a bunch of useless dialogue, a couple of sexual innuendo phrases thrown out there. You can barely hear anything.
Mm-hmm. And apparently Sarah knows what men think about.
That's right, and it's just disgusting.
That's literally the only fucking thing I heard in this whole entire dialogue transition.
Reminded me of that meme. Men only want one thing, and it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, werewolves.
Mm-hmm. Cut to the wife, Sandy, snoring, which you kept laughing at. This was like one of 3 different snoring. Because, mind you guys, the audio switches from the camera audio that like picks up as they're filming to the fucking the ADR, like the post-production shit where they record it. It's so bad. Because the snoring is one of them.
She's on the couch, and you literally just see her face, just mouth open and everything. And you just hear this like... has no placing whatsoever with this shit.
It's the fucking actual worst. And it doesn't match up with the visual at all. Like a lot of even the mouth movement to some of the dialogue is completely off.
I really think Rob snored on purpose on the microphone to put in that scene.
I mean, sometimes you can even hear the people bumping the microphone and they just leave it in.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, we're just having this little conversation with somebody. And yeah, well, just leave that in there.
Just leave the... What if I just... just fucking just did our whole show like this?
That's the werewolf noise right here.
It sounds like a night after Taco Bell. What are you talking
hold
about?
on. This is me and David. The recreation of the werewolf noise in the movies was very easily done. They constantly dragged the base of the microphone stand on the table
Just like they dragged their ass when making this film.
when their budget was so low that they just couldn't handle it anymore.
The budget was so low it would win a fucking limbo contest.
It must be Jamaican. Let's watch again.
Yeah, man.
It won't do it
Jeez,
again.
it won't do it again.
Fuck. What am I thinking? Well, I'm thinking fuck.
Fuck is what I'm thinking. Anyway, they go to the fucking AA meeting, and I fucking die laughing right here because everybody's drinking out of an empty cup. Mm-hmm. There's no water. They're claiming all drink water, and everybody takes a sip at the exact same time. No fucking water, nothing in it. And then these two people sneak this fucking like half pint of Jim Beam out and just start fucking pouring shots of whiskey in it.
Yeah, Dan was one of them.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because he just was like, "Fuck this."
He just had like a freaking bottle of liquor of some sort.
It was whiskey.
What are you drinking?
Whiskey. My old friend Jimmy. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he dude, honestly, I'd probably have to have a drink if I was trying to get in this movie too. I would have to do it just to function.
deal with it, yeah.
So that happens, and then it just cuts to this really awkward, sped up footage of
Sarah
Sarah
and,
and yeah,
whatever
and,
his name is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call him Sarah and whatever. I
Sarah
know it's
and
Stu.
Dan Jr.
I know it's Stu, but still,
Stooped to this level.
he did.
But yeah, they run through this graveyard, and again, the misplaced dialogue, recording over the scene. They literally sound like they were in a building, like a small like booth, recording the audio, and they're just running through this open ass fucking graveyard.
Ass fucking graveyard.
Yeah. While this was happening, Sarah runs around like a monument of some sort, and they sped up the filming like I think it's like 1.5 times normal speed because they're like going around a lot faster than they should be.
It was fucking ridiculous, man.
With normal dialogue.
It was fucking bad. But anyway, yeah, like what cracks me up the most with this scene is the fact that this all happens. There's no other sound effects. There's no like footsteps. There's no leaves. There's no wind. And they stop at this one. Yeah, they stop at this one giant tall grave and proceed to try to fuck on this until she bites the piss out of him.
With her definitely convincing fangs.
What fangs?
You know what fangs I'm talking about.
I do not. I do not. I don't know if these things you speak of that are called fangs, sir.
You mean the fake teeth?
Oh, the dentures.
The dentures. With very
That was very denteresting.
with the very sharpened incisors. Because homegirl bit into his chest. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. If some random chick that I just met in my bedroom for the first time in my life asks me to go fuck in a graveyard and then proceeds to bite me on the fucking chest with these massive gnawing teeth, I would have a much more intense reaction than what Stu did. Because he literally just went, ow, what the hell?
What was that?
What was that? Dude, seriously? You did not notice this bitch with his freaking mouth gnawing freaking teeth, gnashing teeth, chow into your chest? You had like a freaking ring of teeth on your chest.
Yeah, she took some skin with it too, yeah.
Yeah. And she's just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That wasn't meant to happen.
He fucking leaves.
Bitch.
Like, yeah, bitch. Bitch. And he fucking leaves.
Yeah.
But don't do that shit.
All casual like.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'll talk to you later. He's got that such that like defeated emo kid kind of. I'm just gonna see you later, okay?
Like, what is going on here?
I'll tell you what goes on. He goes home and fucking hallucinates, which we think is a hallucination. Well, he winds up fucking like changing with the most unconvincing fucking set of fake teeth with fangs ever.
Yeah, the massive overbite of doom.
Bro, that shit lasted way too long. That whole fucking scene.
It was what, 3 minutes, 5 minutes?
Had to be at least, man.
Something like that. But yeah, they had this like intense ass fucking local rock band sounding soundtrack going over with
it. Dude, this scene was actually like a very trippy 90s like grunge / metal music video.
Yeah, it was like a sound garden or some kind of like, all like weird funkadelic kind of trippy song. Fuckadelic. But yeah, he's, cringing, as I'm assuming, and breathing hard and just, just doing his normal shit, transforming into the little werewolf.
And while that's going on, Dan and Sponsor Dave are just kind of walking down the street. And this is where you started noticing the aspect ratio of the fucking film kept changing, where it looked like it was widescreen 1 minute.
And then 16:3.
Yeah, and I mean, he's like 16:3 to the point where it looks like they're squished and stretched out vertically. And it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, they walked down an alley and they were like pancaked. And then it all of a sudden went back to normal ratio, like widescreen. I'm like, okay.
And then they go for coffee at a bar.
I didn't know they had a bar here. Didn't know it looked like one.
It's not coffee, it's a bar. You can get coffee here. Really, dude? I don't know that I've ever gotten fucking coffee at a bar. I mean, I might be wrong, but I've never experienced coffee at a bar.
I mean, Bailey's Irish Cream.
I mean, like, coffee.
Coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, the beast is trying to come out again. I can hear it.
Right.
Right. But no, this fucking whole scene is unreal. They stop at this place called like the Village Trestle. It's a 90s looking lounge on the inside. And the owner, I think is the owner, right? Zev?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's taking their order and shit. And he's such a fucking creep. Like he walks over and he starts sniffing on Dan and shit. Because Dave was like, Zev, Dave, how you doing? Who's this guy? Bitch, yeah, that's Pantene Pro V. What the fuck about it?
That's pert.
That's Pert Plus, motherfucker.
It's pertinent.
It's pertinent information, my fucking her.
It's a hairy situation.
Smell my designer product.
So yeah, they order coffee and blah, blah, blah. And apparently
They serve a mean fucking steak there.
they eat the steak.
This is one of the best parts of the fucking movie.
And Sponsor Boy is like, so how's the steak? It's awesome.
How is it? Awesome.
Pristine comedy with bad sound quality. I love it.
That's why it's funny, because when he says awesome, you can hear, like, I'm pretty sure you can hear the audio clipping on ours right now, but goddamn, like, that's what it fucking was. Awesome.
Dude, the light like literally lit up like real red right here for a second.
Yeah, I know. That's why I did it. I was trying to give
awesome.
Yeah, I was trying to give everybody at home.
Yeah, you see it. Oh, so for loud.
Exactly. It's that's all that is going to sound so fucking bad. We're not sorry either. Like, we're just trying to give you the fucking experience that we got.
Yeah. But it's funny. It's basically what happens.
You cracked up at like there's a lot of interesting like little cut scenes in both of these movies, but this one in particular had the that fucking moonlit background with the road sign that just kind of trails across the screen that you fucking died at. It looked like a Windows 95 screensaver.
Like it looks like it was made 95 years ago. Like that's how bad quality it was.
Potato quality.
Because it was basically a stock image background, and somebody literally just quickly did an animated like road sign going down the street, and it was from the left hand corner on the bottom to the right hand, but it went down like panned down like the DVD logo does.
Really?
As we drive by, vroom.
He's not fucking kidding.
No, it's oh my god, it's comedic.
And what it's funny because that happens and you immediately go right back to the bar. So that didn't really accomplish anything other than saying, oh, here's a driving scene, I guess, because enter the two siblings that go into this bar.
Here's fucking filler for you.
Dude, and it's like the worst joke ever. So two siblings walk into a bar.
And they decide to chit-chat.
But what I like is their decision to do what they're going to do at the bar rather than the conversation being before they go in there. They're just like, yeah, well, let's stop and just have some food, some booze and food. Food and booze. Which is really hilarious because the dude that's eating is like apparently a big fitness freak and like gets fit on soy.
Yeah, he's fit. He's, full of soy. This is all soy.
He's like, fuck beer. I mean, he's like, fuck steak. I want a salad and some beer.
Yeah, and what was his name again? The owner?
Zev.
Zev was like, salad? Why would you want a salad? Like, he just seems so offended by the fact that he asked for that.
Which, there's nothing wrong. Get a salad if you want a salad. But
stop it. Eat a salad.
Yeah. So, yeah, he takes their order. Then he claims they've not seen their father because they're asking everybody in town because this was the last town he was in.
He went to get some milk and never came back.
That's right. No, he went to get some beer and never came back. It's like, fuck this shit. I'm gone.
These kids are werewolves.
These kids, these goes to get milk. These kids are whole. These kids are 2%. Fucking, I'm over it. I'm 2% over this fucking
Where
bullshit.
whole milk?
Where whole milk? Whole.
From the teat of the wolf.
God damn it. What happened after? Oh yeah, because they're sitting there, and then I think was it Dave and Dan?
Dan.
Yeah, Dan looks over. He's like, "Hey, can I borrow your ketchup?" He's like, "Sure, take it." And then the most awful, like, what would you even call that shit? It looked like another like Microsoft Paint / like let's put this like very brand new editing software thing. They just kind of like tried to line up a tattoo on the back of his neck that moved around, and it very obviously
like
moved.
they both like did different directions, and then Dan looked up and looked again, and it's freeze frame.
Yeah, because he goes to stare back at it. Just you can still hear the audio, and you can still hear the siblings talking to each other, but it's a fucking still frame,
Yeah,
and it
like,
just like it zooms in on it.
the zooming on this movie is fucking gold. Because you just see this boom, boom. And it's like, I've seen that before.
Ex-Navy SEAL, right? Or ex like forces or some special
X-Force.
forces.
Yeah, something like that. And he's
When-
like, oh yeah, where we're at? Oh, it was
I don't fucking remember.
like Massachusetts or something.
Yeah, but basically, Dan has like stitched up a shit ton of like his comrades apparently or some shit. So they invite him and Dave to sit at the table, and so they all become friends or whatever. And here's what I fucking.
No, we forgot something that was really funny.
But when the door opens.
No. When Zev asks, what do you want? And she goes,
Oh, pork.
how's the
She said, "How's the pork roast?"
how's the pork roast? Like, tender. I wasn't even in the room and I felt creeped out.
You're just going to get something to eat out of the refrigerator. You're going to make a ham sandwich.
Hold on. Let me recreate that.
All right, here, hang on. I got this. How's the pork roast? Tender.
I'm done.
Yeah, door slams. Cody's like, "Fuck this."
I don't want any more food in that refrigerator for the rest of the existence.
He went ham on that door. No, but the funny part about this is they're sitting there talking some more, and then a little while later, Zeb comes back because they're talking about this gold watch with this little saying on it that their dad had.
Which again, prime editing.
And
It's
it's fucking loud because this is what you hear.
where'd you get this?
And I mean, it's fucking loud. I mean, it slams real fucking hard. Like, it scared the shit out of us when we were watching this, okay?
I mean, it was like, where'd you find that? Oh, I found it.
But there's the best part. The saying that was, like, supposedly engraved on this gold watch, this gold fucking pocket watch, it was a still shot again, and somebody just wrote some text on the screen over the fucking watch.
It was typed. We know the difference.
Was that Arial? Was it?
Sans serif.
That's what I think it was.
It wasn't Times New Roman.
It definitely wasn't italic either.
It was a bold statement.
Very fucking bold. So they
Underlying cause.
right. So they fucking grab him, and it's so funny because he's just like, "Mistake," and fucking leaves. What the fuck?
Zev like went beast mode for no fucking reason. Mistake.
Fucking just leaves, hauls ass to the back, and they all chase him back there. And the dude, the dishwasher's back
You
there.
touched me and gave you a steak.
Steak, medium rare.
But yeah, the guys all went to the kitchen. Both dishwashers just looking at him like, shaking their heads.
You're not supposed to be back here, you know. Dude, fuck you.
I know what I saw. I know what I'm doing.
Speaking of fucking, I just want to get this off my fucking chest because I was looking for it. In one of the movies, and I can't remember which one it was, there was a license plate that said "fuck you," like FAH-Q.
Again, that's probably in the other one. Because there was a lot more cars in that one.
Yeah. So, they go to the back and they're searching around and shit. And isn't this where they go to the basement?
They go to the basement and they hunt around in the dark.
And they find Zev in a corner, but they don't show his face. They just kind of show his white shirt, and he's just bullshitting them, like just talking and just being an asshole the whole fucking time.
Basically stating the fact that all these outsiders come into our town and just ruin everything. They eat our food. They piss on the streets. And I'm like, really?
That's just New Orleans.
Yeah, are you in New Orleans? Because I don't know many places where people just go around pissing everywhere.
We do.
Oh, well.
I'm just saying, like, this New Orleans.
Well, just there, not the whole state.
I'm being an asshole.
Not the whole state.
No, not the whole state.
That's the whole state.
Yeah. That's all state for you.
Yeah. But, no, he was pissed because there's so many people walking into his town.
Pissing on his fucking streets.
Pissing on the streets, eating his food, stuff like that. And then he proceeds to tell him, like, oh, and you think that food is what you think it is not. And apparently he phrases it to where it's actually people you're eating.
Yeah, you're eating people, motherfucker.
Because your daddy's in that food you just ate.
Now a little bit of your dad's inside of you.
Mm-hmm. It's inside all of you.
So then he just goes actual beast mode. He bitch slaps the fuck out of Doug.
Which apparently spurts blood digitally.
That shit was funny.
Yeah.
And god damn it, it's...
Oh, and also the sound effects.
Dude, he just bitch slaps him down. So they find Doug. His sister Russ finds him. Along with, was it Dan?
Mm-hmm.
So they find him and he's just bleeding out of the throat or whatever. And it's the most obvious Spirit Halloween stick-on like wound you can imagine.
Like, I literally joked about this earlier. He's a doctor, right?
Help me, doctor.
And he's freaking throat slashed and everything like that. He puts a freaking napkin on his wound to dab it, basically, and hold it from bleeding and stuff. And I said, well, if you just pull the prosthesis off, you'll heal him.
Yeah, just pull it off.
Because you can clearly tell that it was a prosthesis. I can't even speak. But yeah, you could have just been like, oh, I got you, buddy. Don't worry. You're healed.
He goes to fucking do that, but then the goddamn glue they use is so strong it just rips his throat out anyway.
His actual throat.
Yeah.
So as he dies,
again,
he grabs the handkerchief or whatever the fuck it is, and just throws it on his face.
He looks like Rorschach.
Yeah, who wolfs the wolfsman?
But dude, that camera shot right there, just they stay on him for like 5 seconds, and then like a quick zoom in, and then they cut to the next scene.
Again, insert random shots of just zoom.
And then the other editing thing, where Russ and Dan are like trying to leave, and they come across this freezer, and he opens it, and then he opens it and points into it. You see like three
different angles of the finger
of him pointing into the freezer of like that has dead bodies in it.
Also, there were watermelons in the freezer.
Were there really?
Yeah.
I wonder if they put that. I wonder if they injected those with fucking 151.
Probably.
That sounds good.
It does.
I kind of want to do that now.
But that was just random, like the three bodies in there actually, and yeah, Dan just pointed at it and is like, "Oh, look!" And then Russ looks in there. Oh my God, Dad! Like she just had like mobile in her mouth and just like,
yeah. And then they go upstairs after that.
Yes,
guys.
This is the most convincing fight scene I've ever seen.
When we say this is the budget, this is the fucking budget fight. They had one goddamn wolf suit. And they made sure to make it look like there were multiple wolves in this fucking bar, because as one wolf would be on screen and there was a panning shot of somebody else looking like they were fighting another wolf, there was no goddamn wolf there.
Also, they made sure that the head looked like a Scottish Terrier. Because this did not look like a damn convincing wolf to me. Especially whenever they would growl, sometimes they would bark. They would bark, 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 bark. That's pretty goddamn accurate. They should put that on the MGM. But put the wolf face from the movie in there.
Exactly.
But yeah, they literally just fight this two wolves in the bar. I don't understand like how a lot of this happens, but Russ is fighting him, one of them, and you just hear this like punch and went.
Oh God damn it!
Basically, and then there was one part where she did like a roundhouse kick to the other one behind her, hits the wolf. It shows her angle of her foot coming to the camera, and then the wolf's on the ground already. The foot goes into the chest and then goes back up to her angle with the foot goes back in. I'm like, yeah, that was convincing. Wow, you kicked that wolf really hard. I'm so enthused now by your Kung Fu skills.
Thank you.
Again,
More kicking, more punching.
all while Dan is literally just nonchalant about this. He's just looking around like, oh my God, there are wolves around here. What the hell's going on? He gets knocked or something behind the fucking, he gets
I'm
thrown.
crumpling some fucking shit just to make sound effects here.
Yeah. And he gets thrown behind the bar counter, basically. And he's doing this like fetal position, like bullshit into the freaking counter. And it's like a good, I want to say like 15, 20 seconds of it. And then all of a sudden, he's in the fucking basement. Just randomly. And it's like slow motion, like side dive angle into the fucking couch almost.
There was a movie that reminded me of, and I can't think about it. What was it?
You got me there.
I don't know, but it was the fucking most god-awful shit. Because they stayed on him too long. They probably could have done a convincing job had they just had a slight... Like, if he just dove for the bottom of it. But they stayed on him for like 5 fucking seconds trying to dig into a fucking corner with nothing there.
Also, he was leaving the basement to leave the bar after there's a fucking shitfest upstairs.
Literally a shitfest.
He has no concern for this chick that he just met about their safety. Just like, I'm done.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's just... That whole fucking sequence, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But...
And then we pan to Sleeping Mom number 2 scene.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, more snoring.
Yeah. Just...
You know, then it cuts back to... I forgot about this. Because remember, it cuts back to Russ when she jumps out the window?
Yeah, the freaking...
God damn it.
The pane of glass just...
It was a very painful scene to watch.
I'm sure for the director it was pretty painful too, but yeah.
Because she jumps at the window. Then it cuts to her jumping again on the outside of the building, but there's like this copy, cut, and paste effect in a square over the fucking camera, like over the screen, where it just shows some animated glass like shattering and then just slowly falling.
Looks like something on a screensaver from, the old computers. Just, and then it reforms back.
Jesus Chrysler. Anyway, yeah, she gets in the car and fucking leaves, and that's when they go back to Sandy because she's woken up and chased by her son that has now turned into a werewolf.
Stu, is that you?
Yeah, Stu, you done fucked up and turned into a wolf because you let that bitch bite you on the titty.
Which was funny because she went into the bathroom and he chased her into it and she was cowering on the ground, which I can only assume was cowering. And then she was about to get attacked and he hear,
The fucking mouth of the thing moves too.
Yeah, just like freaking mask.
If somebody would like shove their fucking head and just talk with their hand.
Rob their ass like, hi, Wolf the Frog here. Yay, Mom.
I don't know who you are, but I will find you
And I will kill you.
Yay! Can we talk about how she looked through the keyhole in the door? Wait, there was no keyhole. She looked through the lock of the door.
I don't think there was a lock. I think it was like one of those twist locks, too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was just... What the fuck, man?
Did they not think
Nope.
anybody would catch these, subtle little things of, error or, what the fuck moments or just scenarios where it makes you question things? Why in the hell would I look straight into a doorknob when there's nothing to look through and see if there's somebody on the other side? And then that same sequence, the door hit and she like barreled backwards in like two separate sequences. Which again, good job editing.
Shall we give him another round of applause, sir? I think we should, okay. That's very nice of you. Thank you guys so very much. But yeah. So anyway, Russ is driving, which is a really stupid cutscene again. She's in this fucking Ford Mustang, like a very 90s Ford Mustang. Mm-hmm. And you just hear, and just it's immediate cut from her driving to being immediately stopped. And what did she say? She's like, I got a fucking flat.
Oh, yeah. Like she drives like 10 feet and it's like, oh, I got a fucking flat.
Yeah, those damn wolves must have got to it or something.
And then she meets up with the sponsor.
Dave. Sponsor Dave shows up and tells her he's a fucking Lycan.
But it's funny because her first interpretation of reacting to him was to grab the tire iron and just literally like just turn and then right in the throat.
Yeah. Just right up at his throat.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Who are you?
But yeah, he proceeds to tell her he's a werewolf, and this colony and town's all werewolf, blah blah blah, whatever. And
Wants to help her somehow.
yeah, and I don't know how this went about, but basically, she turned him around, duct taped his hands, and said, "I've got a lot of questions to ask you. You're not gonna just break out of these, right? Well, haven't you yet? Good fucking question." That is the only question she asked him.
Right? And I just love how she's like, you hairy ass bastard, you killed my father, you killed my brother, and now I got to deal with you.
Yep.
Hairy ass bastards.
Yay.
Anyway, Dan goes home because he's 100% convinced that this is all a fucking dream, okay? And he tries to attack his son, and then the mom's just like, this way to fucking laugh because it's his only kid. No, it's your son, Stu.
Bitch, which other ones do you have?
No shit. It's your son would have been great, or it's just Stuart would have been nice.
She almost did this whole sequence, which I was joking about earlier with you. When she got in between Dan and Stu, her hand almost went into his face and was like, "No,
He's touching me.
Yeah,
Really?
no,
He's touching me.
no. This is your son, Stu."
Touching me. He's touching me.
Yes.
Yeah, but then so then you cut to Russ loudly peeling out in the car, which again another ear rape scene. I mean, it's loud, like squealing ass tires and everything. And then she fucking pulls up to their house and she looks at Dave. She's like, "I'll cut your bits into bits and fucking
Scatter those bits everywhere. Kibbles and bits and bits and
bits and bits and bits and bits and bitch and bitch and bitch.
Bitch and bitch and bitch.
Kibbles and bitch. Anyway, they go to Dan's house and they help Stu because apparently there are trace amounts of silver in the tap water, which is why everybody in the town seems to be fucking drinking the tap water.
Who fucking knew?
Yeah, the only what I can consider the only original concept in this movie as a whole to get around the fucking silver aspect. Because they even address it. They're like, "Doesn't silver kill werewolves?" And they're like, "No, only if it's like whole silver."
But if it's trace amounts, it actually controls the urge to transform.
That's right.
Who the fucking knew?
Guys, Stu's face, his werewolf face,
His doggy face.
it looks like a stuffed animal.
I'm telling you, they look like little Scottish terriers.
I think it was done at Build-A-Wear
Shop.
werewolf shop. I mean, that's what I would think.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, so he rests. And this weird trippy ass dream sequence happens where, because they go downstairs and Russ, Sandy, Dave, and Dan are all like fucking feasting on this giant half corpse on the table after this whole sequence of Dave basically being like, "Yeah, the whole town is like a colony and we came here, blah, blah, blah." And then Zev and his pack are like murdering people and all this other shit and that he's got to answer to them and all this other bullshit.
Yeah, answer to the elders.
So,
but yeah, he ends up saying today, "I have to do this like procedure or what was the
like a
word?
ritual or something.
A ritual, yeah. I couldn't think for a second. You have to do a ritual in order to get this situated, and then it's like this sepia freaking filter.
Dude, the fucking song though. Eat me.
Again, with the very great rock concert, local rock band sound. Eat me. Ooh, eat me.
Yeah. Just, I don't know.
It's not exactly that, but it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, and then the next sequence is there's weapons all over the table.
Which Daddy Derek would be proud.
Derek Savage would love this fucking sequence just for this alone. So Dave winds up stabbing his own fucking arm as it heals, and like Russ is all, "Bitch, that was fucking awesome. Awesome."
And then you see in the window in the back, the family walking by, and you see just Dan's face like jaw dropped. Oh.
Like, what the fuck? It's real.
But what I found interesting about that part was how I honestly thought they're going to show every single bullet being put into their clip or gun by Russ.
Oh my fucking god!
Because she filled up a whole revolver, clipped it, whatever. She got a regular 9mm or something, and put bullet into the clip one by one. And I was like, okay, are they really gonna put a fucking bullet in every clip, every gun, load it, cock it, and then proceed to the next part of the story?
I have no fucking idea.
I mean, she had a freaking table full of shit.
Yeah. And then after that, they go to meet this. Dave takes Russ to meet some witch or some shit.
Oh my god, this is the stupidest part of the
film. It
film.
is so fucking ridiculous. She's weird as fuck. This is the weirdest fucking character in the movie. Not because she's a witch, just because the person that played her is just god awful. And it's like, oh, he's like, so you want to hear about our creepy? Or she's like, yeah, so you want to hear about our creepy town? And then just that fucking long ass zoom right into her face, and it's like, can you please stop? I'm uncomfortable as fuck right now.
It's almost like the Kazoo Kid face.
Yes.
Just sit there and look at him like, wow, you're my friend. But no, it had that same essence of freak out nature, basically.
Yeah.
But it stopped on her face. She looked off on the side, and then it zoomed in to her face again.
Breaks the fourth wall.
Looks at the camera and just sits there.
Tells a very long story, and
Yeah.
then comes back to that same shot, and then zooms out.
Right.
God
Officially feel creeped out now.
Meanwhile, Stu is handcuffed to his fucking bed. Because he's human again.
Which, by the way, can definitely be a weird, awkward sex scene. If you really look at it, because you have, I think it's the mom on top of him, and then
Dave and Dan
from behind where the headboard is, and then Stu's on the bed with his arms up, and he's being handcuffed to the headboard, and it's just the way he was squirming about, and he was just looking. I was like, oh, okay. I was like,
No.
no, I'm good.
The fuck? What fuck is what I'm thinking?
Is this Alabama?
It might be.
Ugh.
I like in Bama. I really reached for that one. I'm not even gonna lie.
You did.
Sorry. But anyway, yeah. So that fucking happens, and Dave and Russ go to Zev's hideout, in the woods. I don't know if they necessarily say it's his hideout, but they go hunting him in the woods. And dude, this fucking the green screen or blue screen they did where he fucking hops up the side of that cliff or whatever.
Oh my god.
That's good shit.
Dude, I fucking fell out of my chair laughing my ass off. I'm in my recliner, getting ready to get up to do something, and you're like, hold on, you gotta watch this scene real quick. And he's explaining to Russ what's going on. But at the same time, there was trippy looking fucking after image going on. While they're explaining shit to each other. And he's like, let's go. And it's like fucking Super Mario Brothers. Bloop, 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 bloop. Y'all, if any part of this film you watch that part. That is the funniest fucking shit I've ever seen, because just the way they edited him jumping was fantastic.
Yeah, because they made him move quickly, but he looked like he was doing a full-blown squat all the way to the ground and lift off jump. Mm-hmm. Really, really fast. And here's the thing that pisses me off about that. They were on location. They were right there at the side of this thing. They could have improvised somehow and had him maybe just hop on a spot that really wasn't a cliff, but make it kind of look like it with camera work. Mm-hmm. They were like, nah, fuck that. We're just going to go shoot it on a fucking blue screen or something. Because there was so much goddamn green. There couldn't have been a green screen. It had to be a blue screen.
Probably.
So...
But they had to prove that he was actually a werewolf, so
yeah.
It's he could jump high.
But I'm going to tell you this right now, guys. The use of the fucking blue screen and green screen shit just gets worse from here because there's so fucking much of it.
Yeah, the whole battle sequence in general, and I'm air quoting that very heavily, is atrocious.
Dude, and not just that, but there was at one point where Dave was explaining that he can do fucking meditation to control being full-blown werewolf. He can actually have the humanistic side of him while he physically transforms. Mm-hmm. And that fucking happens, and it looks like a really shitty typo negative music video.
Yeah.
He was
like a constipated Indian.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was doing Native American chanting, and then at the same time, and you just... Yeah, in the back. It's just...
With his big fucking eye in the background.
His Lycan.
Lycan.
Exactly.
Yep.
So all that shit happens. Shitty blue screen fight with another wolf and Russ.
Which this wolf looked like a fucking furry more than the last few. Like it was
The big brown wolf.
no the white one.
No, that was after this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because this one she fucking rips its heart out and fucking smashes it against that the side of that rock and
That's
stomps
right,
it.
because it looks like she threw a piece of meat on the wall.
You just hear
And the camera just slowly pans down to where it was. And she's like, you fucking hairy bastard.
and then somehow Doug's alive as a wolf because I guess he turned when he got killed or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what made me laugh. That they were standing there and then the white wolf shows up, which I think it might have been Bucky Barnes. I'm not sure white wolf showing up in a fucking furry suit, but you know. Stranger things have happened.
Yep.
So he shows up, he goes to shoot them, and then the fucking other wolf jumps in front of him and you just hear yeah, you just hear and I swear it sounds like those old fucking Newgrounds shorts they would do with the Super Mario Bros. And the Super Mario World sprites where they would replace Mario's voice with like Tony Montana clips or just some like Al Pacino clips or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
It just sounded like Arr! The fuck.
Don't know.
Then there was this weird sex sequence where like she gets tossed into Russ. I mean Russ gets tossed into Sponsor Dave as a werewolf, and the witch or somebody comes along and just starts licking her wounds or some shit.
Yeah, they were doing this like weird fucking Rob Zombie looking shit going on because like the witch was holding his hands while he was transformed, and she was just tonguing her,
And she was
every
convulsing.
wound. Yeah, and she was just like, oh my god, in her like subconscious
Eyes rolling back in her head, like fucking just seizing out, like right there. I was like, "What the fuck is happening right here?"
Basically, the whole film was just me with that rock, that heavy metal song. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, but then, just to make a long story short, they find this shot collar. It was just supposed to be a shot collar, and they wind up putting it on the white wolf and fucking clicking it, and they blow him the fuck up. Really, really loud.
Yeah, the brother had the trigger and pushed the wrong button, I guess.
Why?
It just Michael Bay'd.
Michael Lycan Bay. Fuck off. But that's pretty much Lycan Colony because it just ends with a bunch of like random shots of the town and then this creepy little fucking kid with a monkey and a goddamn boar.
Yeah.
Please explain.
The fucking kid was eating ice cream. They got tired of ice cream. Then there was a monkey. I'm telling you, this whole fucking movie was like a 90s music video.
Oh, it was something, all right.
Just one long ass fucking music video.
An ass fucking music video. That was Lycan Colony, god damn it.
By Rob Roy, do
it. It's like Red Rum, but Rob Roy.
They made it apparent that he pretty much did 80%
All the
of,
fucking things.
80% of this film.
He even did some music for this.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out on Prime. It just got put up there. Bless the people at fucking Cinema Epic for this travesty of a film. We fucking love it.
Agree.
For like the worst possible things, we love this movie.
It was humorous to us.
Very much. Like I've said before, it completely warrants a 1-star rating, but goddamn, like 5 stars just for the goddamn entertainment value alone, just for the laugh fest that some of this shit was. And just, yes.
Pure gold.
I think we need to take a break and talk about Podcoin. We're at 54 minutes into this motherfucker. We're just going to talk about some Podcoin.
Yep.
Guys, do you want to get paid to listen to podcasts? I mean,
Well, do you?
Yeah, exactly. Like you're listening to us right now.
don't-
You should get paid by doing it.
I don't hear you right now.
Why?
No, them. They need to tell me they want to be paid for this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about me.
no.
Well, then they need to hear me. They need to hear you. They need to hear us.
And other people like us.
So download the app in the App Store or on Android. Sign up at podcoin.com and use our offer code SUPERPOD to get 300 coins on us.
Get potdelicious.
Fuck yeah. Get all that coin, all that sweet, sweet coin, and
So you-
save up for gift cards or donate to charity.
Yeah. Do all the fun shit. I mean, when do you get paid to listen to handsome people like us? Mm-hmm. Or women, or, both. It don't matter.
Well, actually, there are some men and women they can listen to beside us that are on Podcoin as well.
Do tell.
Okay. So they could listen to Retro Late Fee, or they could listen to the Creep It Real podcast.
Hey, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Shy, and we host Creep It Real.
We're a couple of babes who meticulously tell stories of true crime, the paranormal, conspiracies, things you wish were only conspiracies. Basically, just get ready to question your whole existence.
We take our research very seriously, always stay focused on the story we're telling, and promise you'll learn something new every episode.
So, if a podcast that is painstakingly researched and presented with a lot of passion and occasional rage is up your alley,
Not to mention plenty of humor, when it calls for it, of course, and the occasional cry fest.
just every once in a while on that one. Find Creep It Real on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, Podcoin.
And just about anywhere else you listen to pods. Creep It Real, babies.
Bye!
Hell yeah.
What?
What?
I like that trap song.
I like that song too. I like the music.
Yeah. It's
But-
like if Mike Myers was making trap music.
That's true.
What?
Right? And I mentioned Retro Late Fee earlier.
You did.
Would you like to travel back to 1994 real quick?
Hi, I'm Mark,
And I'm Carol.
and we're the hosts of Retro Late Fee. We are stuck in 1994.
And we can't get out.
We're watching all the movies and TV shows that you probably remember, I guess. Somehow we're speaking to you through some kind of time portal.
Right?
Join us every week for great movies and TV shows from 25 years ago.
It's fun, I swear.
That's a long time ago.
I just went back 24 years.
Really?
25 years. I lost count.
But that was really fast. I mean, it felt like you were only gone for like a second or two.
Uh-huh.
Just saying.
Just saying.
It's very some very quantum realm kind of shit, sir.
It was.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Click.
Yeah. So go listen to those people because they're awesome and they do awesome things.
Mm-hmm.
And before you go do that, though, it's time for Suburban Sasquatch, goddammit.
Oh, you thought it was in? No.
No, it ain't over.
Not even close.
We're about to monkey around even more.
But the squash competition.
Goddamn. Suburban Sasquatch, Dave Wescovich, 2004. Like, a.k.a. Spirit Halloween, the movie. You looked like you had something to say, but I fucking said it for you.
There's nothing that I can say about this film besides the what the fuck factor is a little bit higher on this one.
Yeah, it's a lot higher, actually. Opens up with a couple driving to a party. And they think they hit a deer. Now, let me just go ahead and say that this dude that's driving is a fucking prick.
Yeah.
Like, dude's a fucking asshole. And they think they hit a deer, but it turns out it was just Sasquatch because they get out of the car. Rim lipping galore. What did I just say? Limb ripping.
Wait, what? Rim lipping?
Rim lipping or limb ripping. Bruh. Either way, it was a good fucking time.
We need a dictionary.
Okay, so what are we going to define rim lipping as?
Just very B-movie limb ripping action.
Rim lipping.
Rim lipping. Because it's just ass backwards. It makes no fucking sense. Why would you buy Spirit Halloween props and just throw them in the air? All from a monkey suit with tits.
Right, very big tits. I feel bad now because I really feel like rim lipping is absolutely a fucking porn terminology that I just don't know about yet.
I'm sure we'll find out.
Well, I'm sure we will. If rim lipping is something, please let us know. Just comment below or put it on Twitter, like tweet at us or Facebook us or Instagram us. I don't fucking care.
Send us a private message. Be like, hey, you know what? You were right. This is what it actually means. And be like, oh my God.
Oh my God. But is it any good? I mean, is it better to be rim lipped or limb ripped?
Either way sounds just as equally good.
Okay. So they get out and Sasquatch just looks at this dude and he just proceeds to rip his fucking arms off and throw them. Smashes his head in. And it's not even as brutal as you think it is because this is very much, once again, some Microsoft Paint looking shit. Some very
poor sound quality too.
God, man. Oh, you talking about the fucking. Like that's exactly the same fucking sound that gets used over and over again.
I wish I had something similar. Let me see if I can find.
Do you wish that you had?
Sense the intimidation of the Sasquatch.
Dude, it's the same. Like I said, it's the same fucking growl the whole movie. And then cut to an overhead stock footage shot with one of many CGI eagles, flying into the air.
Sponsor Eagle.
I'll get it one of these times. My throat hurts.
Yeah, let's not do that.
There it was.
Ow.
You're welcome. So anyway, this Native American Tala is very much not Native American, just like the other Native American.
She's just
in
not
Lycan
Indian.
Colony. She's just not Indian. Like, she just was not. But she's hunting Bigfoot for the entirety of this movie.
Why?
I don't know.
Because her grandfather told her to.
And because my grandfather told me to do it.
And then his grandfather before him, and his grandfather before him.
It's just a lineage of fucking Bigfoot hunting. So we get introduced to Rick, who, by all intents and purposes, is like probably living in like a basement somewhere, like straight up. Because it looks like it's in an apartment complex or whatever, but this looks like a fucking basement bedroom or something.
It reminded me of my first apartment, honestly.
It looked like the apartment I had when I lived in Colorado for a little while. It was just really, really tiny.
Real tiny, real plain, real just, yeah.
Simplistic. Well, I guess that says a lot about us.
When we were younger.
That's right.
Now we're very fancy.
That's right. But at the time, he lived in this fucking basement bedroom thingy. Then he gets a phone call from this cop named Steve about the murder we just witnessed, and he shows up. There's another cop named John that doesn't like him there because he doesn't want any kind of like word to get out about anything that happened. Mm-hmm. And he finds Bigfoot's footprint and is obviously worried. You don't know why.
But you see the look of concern on his face for a good, I want to say like 30 seconds. Just him like, whoa. Basically Hank killing. Hank
Killiams.
Yep.
Jesus.
Dang it, Sasquatch.
Anyway, he's bitches at him, for him being there. And there's more stock footage. Like this one has a lot of stock film.
Yeah.
Like overhead shots and shit. Can we get to the probably second best scene in the movie, if not the best scene in the movie? And I'm talking about the fishing scene.
Oh, yeah. When they throw a beer, I don't know what these guys' names are. I don't fucking care.
Neither do I.
But they're fly fishing or something. And one of them's like, just throw me another beer. And he just throws it. The freaking beer explodes in his hand. Well, here comes Sassy. Yeah. Grabs one dude with the beer and just rips his fucking arm off. Tosses that guy into the river right there next to him. And then he proceeds to freaking turn to the other guy and throw the arm right into the guy's chest.
And he falls in the fucking water.
And then it proceeds to the sequence of blood dripping into the river, and you see his fucking foot just stomp down.
It's so fucking loud. We forgot to mention that before he rips the dude's arm off, the dude's name is Dave. He's like, Dave! Dave! Rips the dude's fucking guts out and feeds them to him.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
He just shoving him in his face like, Dave! But he doesn't even sound like he's screaming like, Dave! He's just like, Dave!
While Sassy's shoving a red rag into this dude's mouth.
Sassy the Squatch Master. Sassafras.
Squash Master.
Monkey in the sky.
Why does it sound like a freaking like those like Bowflex machines with the legs? The Thigh Master, that's what I'm thinking of. Squash Master.
Doing sass squats in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hashtag squat goals.
Yes, Squatch goals. But I want to coin this term Bigfoot's bitch slap because that motherfucker's got a pimp hand like nobody else. I mean, real hard. That motherfucker be like, hit you with the fucking quickness, man. Anyway, Rick tries to pitch the story for some cash to the newspaper that I guess it's a newspaper he's trying to work for or does work for. We don't know. Don't fucking know. The guy he works for or tries to work for won't cut him a deal, won't give him a break. He's like, get the fuck out, blah, blah, blah. Rick even begs for money to get the story going. And this other dude is like, nah, get the fuck out of here. How the fuck are you supposed to do money with nothing? You know?
Can't get nowhere.
Can't get nowhere. I can't even get respect in this life. Boss is like, well, better sell or you're fucking fired. Okay.
Was he even hired to begin with?
I don't know. That's the thing. They don't tell you if he's fired or hired or anything in between. He's just there, and the other guy's there, and it's clearly not a fucking newspaper facility.
Because there's people. It's like in a high school in the fucking windows in the back training for football.
I don't know what's going on. Like, I just know that it looks like it's at a fucking school of some sort.
Some
blah.
tour. Yeah.
I can't talk.
Having a tour.
Ramblipping.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was Rick leaving. Right
Yeah,
there.
exactly. He's like, I'm fucking gone.
I'm going to get this story.
I'm going to get this fucking story.
Yeah.
The kid playing soccer, dude.
Oh, God.
Can we please talk about this?
Oh, of course.
So this kid is just kicking this fucking soccer ball around, and he sees Bigfoot. So what do you do when you see a big-ass monster in the yard?
He picks up his ball and runs to his mom.
He took his ball and he went home.
Mommy, there's this monster outside. Okay, well, what did the monster look like?
He's big and he's hairy.
And his son, monsters aren't real. Like, the boogeyman or your father.
Yeah, the monsters aren't existent. Just like Bigfoot and your father.
Boy, did my mouth drop when I heard it. I was like, oh, fucking shit.
Just oof. Oh.
Honestly, I think that was the best line of the whole fucking film. He's imaginary, just like the boogeyman and your father.
Well, she sends him back outside. And so he shows back up again. And then the mom looks out and sees him. And so what does she fucking do? She goes to fight him off with a fucking broom.
And literally just spanks his face with the fucking bristles.
Just... Are you gonna just spear him to death with a fucking broom? I'm gonna fucking clean the streets up. Get this monster out of here.
I'm gonna sweep you off your feet.
She's just trying to brush the fucking crumbs and shit out of his fur, probably.
The blood and guts in his
God,
fur.
dude. But the best part is, he just scoops the woman up and just drags her away, or he fucking starts dragging her away. And there's a shot where, like, he's pulling her on the grass in one shot, and then they cut to the kid watching, and then they cut back to Bigfoot, and it looks like the right foot portion of his costume has fallen off because they CG'd it on. And you can clearly fucking see it when he's walking. There's just like this brown like square just moving.
like wobbly. Which he had to point out to me whenever I missed it. I was like, I didn't even see that shit.
Yeah, because I fucking have seen this a couple times and I just noticed that. I was like, are you serious? It's just a fucking like brown like rounded square off block just moving up and down.
It's like a digital infection.
Yeah, it's bad. But anyway, the kid, Steve and John, the cops, yeah, they pick him up and he's like, "It's Bigfoot." And everybody says it's Bigfoot. Nobody,
he's coming after me.
Nobody questions him at all, and that's
who is Bigfoot?
Well, apparently he can fucking disappear and appear out of thin air. But I mean, that's kind of his power as a cryptid. And nobody's ever really caught Bigfoot on camera.
He's mystical.
He is mystical. So anyway, Tala is talking to herself. She talks to herself a lot in this movie. And the dude that got hit with the limb that's in the lake, he fucking wakes up. Really, dude? But he got hit in the chest. Like, do you think he just kind of, fake passed out and was like, I'm just going to lay in this water until my friend dies, and then he goes away?
It's like, it's a very cool river. I feel goodness. I'm going to just lay in here for a while.
He's just going to fucking get lost and say, fuck this, I'm just going to lay here.
Mm-hmm.
You think he was singing Snow Patrol?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking Paw Patrol for a second.
He is singing Paw Patrol. It's Bigfoot.
He got
hit with a paw.
Paw Patrol?
Fuck. Anyway, yeah, so that happens. And he runs around and he finds this fucking... At first we were like, oh, he finds this rock cave on the outside. No, sir. It is a fucking hefty bag cave on the inside.
Man, it looks like freaking trash bags and black tarp was put in his freaking walls.
But more on that story later. Because it cuts to him in the bathroom. John finds him in the fucking bathroom. And he's like, it's fucking... Yeah, and he finds... John finds him in the John. It's fucking Sasquatch. It's Bigfoot. Okay. More stock film. Then these two twins are walking around in the fucking woods. Bigfoot just bitch slaps the fuck out of both of them. And then the one chick that gets to the fucking vehicle, he rips her damn arm off, and then it's there in the next shot.
Yep.
I mean, he rips it off clear as day, throws that motherfucker. And it, yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna recreate that every time you mention.
Okay, do it. Because when he rips it, you just hear. And yeah.
Yeah, it's not very gruesome at all. It's just like,
Yeah. Yeah, just and yeah. But it's just so funny because you don't you come to expect it at this point. But when he was first ripping arms off, I was like, "Holy shit, yes!" Mm-hmm. But I love that whenever he rips her arm off, she's very clearly like got it tucked under her back and she's laying on it.
Doctor's like, "Move your arm."
And Talus shows up and fires off some arrows at him. Can't hit him for shit, so he just runs away.
Again with the CGI, because all the arrows that she shoots are just freaking drawn in.
So she draws her bow back, and they draw in the arrows.
And they're tipped with jewels.
Are they all tipped with jewels?
Yeah.
Or is it just the one special one?
No, they're all tipped with jewels.
Okay, I can buy that.
Which she looks like a Power Ranger, honestly. Because she has she dropped one arrow in in her side and just gleamed in the light. It's like, power arrow, go! Ping!
Bobo Power Ranger.
Sponsor Eagle, go!
So yeah, Rick meets up with Jackson at the fucking empty. This is the most empty restaurant. Fancy as fuck. It's the most empty restaurant I've ever seen. And Jackson is just this dude and basically just gives him advice. He's like, you need to get to living. You can't be chasing these stories forever, blah, blah, blah. And get a job with me, la, la, la. This dude is a prick that I would never work for. He left the whole ass beer just sitting on the fucking table.
And not just a regular beer, like a tall glass
Pilsner.
of beer. Yeah.
And it looked good. But you know what? I bet it was Michelob Light.
Ugh. That's probably why he left it.
Right? He's like, I'm going to Michelob.
Is this all you have?
Yeah, he's like, oh, just give me a fucking... Just give me a Michelob.
I'm not going to pay for this shit.
Dude. What a dick.
Yeah.
So anyway, Rick is called to a crime scene again. John gets pissed at him for being there. So Steve gives Rick a gun, but fucking has it in the very next shot when he gets in the police car.
Very magical, mysterious stuff going on.
Yeah, and I think that's where Rick finds the arrowhead. Because he kind of hangs on to it. So anyway, Steve calls John later on while John's the other cop, the one that was afraid.
Right.
Everybody out there trying to keep score of this shit.
There's nothing to keep score.
No, there really isn't. But I mean, and just in case that the one person out there is like, I'm really fucking interested to hear what Suburban Sasquatch does next.
The one person in existence.
Yeah, the one fucking person that is very interested in hearing what Suburban Sasquatch has to do next.
Watch this film. It bleeds my soul.
If we stop talking, they'll get ravenous for more of it.
Why didn't you talk about it more?
Bitch. So,
You knew I was thoroughly interested in this. B-movie or not, it's
Yeah.
still awesome.
to be
Awesome.
It's awesome. So anyway, yeah, Steve calls John, and Bigfoot appears in front of his car. This is the one where he picks the whole ass car up, and it's just like it looks like a paper, thin, digital recreation,
Like
of
a
this police
stamp.
car. Yeah,
Yeah,
a little bit.
It's like they photoshopped, they cut the edges around it, and they moved the picture with the mouse as they were editing. He's like, there you go.
But it's funny because he's just shaking and he's just trying his damnedest to look like he's getting shook around this whole fucking car. Bigfoot picks it up and throws it where it looks like he's gonna fucking throw it upside down. He just yeets the fuck out of it, and it just fucking flies and back in the same fucking spot.
Yeah, perfectly back in the same spot. No damage to the car whatsoever, but there's a little bitty gnash on his head.
Yeah,
You would think there'd be more than that going on, but that's just me.
no, not at all. I mean, he fucking shot putted that motherfucker, dude. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was more like a Photoshop put, but
Exactly.
And then apparently we find out that John, the one cop that's afraid, we find out his ex was killed by Bigfoot.
She was dragged away.
never to return.
Nope.
And he fucking got his leg stepped on too. I mean, that was fucking brutal. He just. I love when he walks out of the house and sees it happening, and he's got like 2 full glasses of water. The one glass breaks for emphasis, and the other one just bounces, and all the ice shoots out of it, and they're just like, "Nyeh."
Yeah, it's just like
It was like a real thud like that too. But yeah, like he is told the story later in the film, but that was fucking great. But yeah, Rick studies this arrowhead that he found at the crime scene. Tala winds up attacking Bigfoot at some fucking random ass house.
Yeah.
Like, this movie's all over the fucking place, dude.
just a little bit.
Well, Rick goes to see his grandma about the arrowhead, and she's like calling the thing odd, and she's like, "You need to trust in God and go back to the crime scene, and you'll be told what to do."
And he's like, does God have a cell phone? Because that's the only way I would know, right?
And he's fucking serious. He's not joking. He's for real asking this shit.
Well, how am I supposed to know?
And she's like, "You'll just know." He's like, "Really? Okay."
So he's at the scene again with his cell phone in hand. And he's like, I hope he knows my number.
Yeah, I hope he knows my number. Is this what I'm supposed to do?
Yeah.
I need a story. Please give me the fucking story.
Give me a call.
Mean fucking while, we get a random ass dude walking his or trying to find his fucking dog.
I forgot it was like Moffat or Mofi.
Mafi. That's the way Mafi works.
Mofi.
Mafi.
And as soon as Bigfoot catches the dog, by the way, picks the dog up, all you hear is, "Arr, arr, arr," and the dog's literally not freaking out or nothing. Arr, arr.
Best stuffed animal rip ever.
Yeah, and literally, if you just had like a fistful of stuff in your hand and you just bash them together, that's what he was doing while apparently ripping the dog in half.
Looks like somebody just literally cut a stuffed animal in half and dunked like the inside portions of it in some like red paint.
Mm-hmm. And then just proceeded to like make him kiss.
Now, Kith. Just.
Mofi!
Mafi! Yeah, so then this is one of the more random shots. The shot of the woman that's eating the hot dog while she's driving and talking to her passenger, her friend in the car, that's happening while Bigfoot's just chowing the fuck down on a leg.
Yep.
Why? Why though?
Why?
Why?
But then they proceed to see literally a shadow or a big creature go across the road, but it looked like a freaking like skate. It's like,
have you ever? Okay. Somebody took the camera. They sat shotgun in the vehicle and they just kind of filmed like the street as they're passing alongside of it, and then it looked like Bigfoot was wearing those fucking Heelys tennis shoes and he's just gliding across the fucking screen.
yeah, he literally just rolled across going.
That's right. That's right.
Either that or it was like one of those sliding doors, in the closet or something. Just
Oh my god, yeah. But he winds up on top of their fucking car. Mm-hmm. Like busting up all in that fucking sunroof and trying to reach them. Did they try to? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the very fucking beginning of this movie because I think it happens here too. When they try to act like they're getting in like some kind of wreck or they're trying to slow down and whip the car around and they're like, "Oh my god!" and the car is clearly not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. That happens here too.
yeah, he makes the driver of the car get out, and
She does like this tuck and roll.
she trips, quote, and tucks and rolls down the grass.
My first thought, damn, she thick.
Yeah, that grass is thick.
Grass maw. She falls the fuck over, dude. And he kills her, but she's revived. From what I saw, she looked like she got like healed or revived real quick by Tala or whatever. But I was laughing my fucking ass off though because they call Steve and John like while they're being chased or while they see this shit. And they're arguing and, like, they're kind of talking over each other at one point. And the woman driving was like, she's like, "I can't, but shit." It's something she said, "I can't shit."
Yeah, because they're both like yelling at each other, but then the way that it's sequenced, it was the passenger said, I can't do this," and then the driver went, "Shit."
Yeah, "I can't shit." Sasquatch. Oh, shit. That's what I would say. But you know what? If she really couldn't shit right there, I bet seeing Sasquatch made her shit her britches.
Made her brown note.
That's it.
Yeah.
But anyway, Rick gets a phone call. Bigfoot attacks the ladies in the car. Tala winds up meeting Rick, and they hunt Bigfoot together. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Not interesting.
Yeah. Lots of useless exposition and dialogue between the two of them that I honestly couldn't give a flying fuck about. Steve finds John and confronts him about everything, and that's when he starts explaining that his wife was killed by Bigfoot. And he actually got Bigfoot bitch slapped.
Yep.
Trademark. Oh, sorry. There we go.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry for the delay.
It's okay. Sponsor Eagle. Fuck.
You're like an asthmatic eagle. Just,
Oh my god, I wish it was hey, Sponsor Eagle, come on.
old man eagle, go.
I'm winging it. Anyway, the Sponsor Eagle flies across. Apparently he tells Tala where Bigfoot is so she can fucking track him down. These two dudes that are working on a truck, and I fucking love this scene too. Is it just me, or did Bigfoot get taller here?
He did, but we forgot, I think, either a scene or two before when Bigfoot got attacked. He came out of like a cloud of fucking like weed smoke.
Oh, he does it again later too. This is great. And I think we started talking about if he was just like a stoner killer, like a stoner Bigfoot.
I want to make a film that is a stoned Bigfoot called Baked Foot.
Yeah.
This is what this reminded me of.
Say Baitfoot, Bongfoot. We don't give a fuck. Just give this motherfucker some of that good grass and let him just show up out of a fucking cloud of smoke and wreck shit up. Like, do it.
Playing some Snoop Dogg. Snoop Fogg. There you go.
Snoop Fogg.
Yeah.
Write it. We don't give a fuck who it is. I mean, I would like to do this, but fuck, dude.
F-O-double-G.
But he straight up looks like a fucking G when he comes out of that smoke. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny as hell.
But yeah, the scene he started on was these two guys were working on a car or a truck or something like that. And
Yeah, this is where it happens.
And homeboy freaking yells at him like, "No, I told you the springs."
Go get the springs.
Okay. Didn't know. Thank you.
I'm just saying, like, Bigfoot does not give a flying fuck if anyone knows he's smoking weed. It's just a big fucking cloud of smoke, and he just comes busting up in that motherfucker.
Comes around the trailer. Homeboy with the parts looks at him, drops both the springs on the ground, and literally Bigfoot does like a Chris Angel thing. He like floats like higher up in the ground, and he's like a good 2 feet taller than normal. And then he just starts beating the shit out of him.
Bigfoot bitch slap.
Yeah.
Real hard. Slash his stomach open, slice his face all up. Drags the other guy out from under the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Rips his fucking leg off. And dude, the way he fucking drank out of that leg, it sounded like, have you ever poured water into a glass and you just hear, that's what it sounds like.
And then proceeds to club him with his own foot. He's got a leg up in the competition now.
That's it. He got his foot in the door really well.
You know what? He's a needy person.
Oof. He's an ankle fighter.
He's going toe to toe.
Exactly. That athlete's foot.
Athlete's Bigfoot.
Yeah, exactly. What if that was a sporting event?
Yeah.
He's just beat people with their own, they're feeding him to death.
They're defeated.
Yeah, exactly. If he were a wrestler, he would be a heel. I'm just saying.
He'd be a healer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was like,
The healer.
Bigfoot. And his brother, Twigfoot. The smaller, skinnier version of Bigfoot.
I am Twigfoot. I don't know why. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good.
I'm thinking of like smoking trees and everything. So.
Oh yeah. God, is there really this much of this movie left? Yeah, there fucking is. Okay, so
That was the problem with this film, by the way.
it was too long.
Way too much going on didn't explain hardly anything, nor did it give us any care about what the hell's going on with these characters, because a lot of it had to do with Rick and Tala just having some kind of like explanation as to why she's doing what she's doing, why he's doing what he's doing, and then they apparently had a love interest, which I don't see how that developed, for one.
Same.
And then two, they're just chasing Bigfoot, shooting him once, and then
And
he
running
disappears.
away. Yeah.
Do we really need this 6 times?
Apparently we do.
No.
Well, they wind up hanging some fucking meat to draw him out. This bitch got terrible aim.
Yeah.
So he comes out. They chase him. Then he chases them, and then she throws like a shit ton of the sponsor eagles at him.
Which they were ravens or crows or something. I don't know. But yeah, again,
They
it was
look like eagles.
fucking CGI birds just, being clipped onto Bigfoot. I don't get it.
Can we talk about when Rick goes and tells this chick he wants to, okay, he's trying to tell her that he wants to get the fucking the Pulitzer Prize, or the Pulitzer Prize. He calls it a fucking Pulitzer. Then Duck Dynasty Part 2 shows up right on the fucking money, and they have guns, and they're just,
They're very Republican.
they're God damn it. They're gonna go, not all of them. Not all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're gonna they're gonna go fuck him up. But Bigfoot bitch slaps them. And the way that he fucking does is great. He slaps the one guy down and he's like, "Somebody call the doctor."
Now, also, they were shooting at Bigfoot, right?
Oh, they were
Rifles,
shooting him with
shotguns. The animation sequence when Bigfoot was running towards them, it looked like machine gun fire was hitting him.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how this equates from just rifles and shotguns, but okay. Continue.
Well, Bigfoot, my favorite part was when they were just running at, it looked like they were just running at him, waiting just to get pie faced to the side.
Yeah, he literally just like casually knocks them to the side one by one.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah. And one for good measure. Yeah. There we go.
That's it.
And then splits again to the same Congo line from a different angle.
A Congo line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It literally was.
No, I'm just saying, no, not a Congo, but a Congo.
Yeah,
I think
Congo
fucking,
line.
Fucking movie Congo.
Yeah.
Congo breaker.
Congo breaker. Boy, that's smarts.
Yeah. They were not smart though.
No, it'd be different. It'd be like this. Every time he hits somebody, just
Yeet, 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 and they just fly the fuck away,
Yep.
like in the air.
like the car did. Clip each one individually. Yeet. Yeet.
Then he winds up just ripping them all apart, though. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, he rips their arms off, their legs off. He even tears a dude's head off. Mm-hmm. That shit was funny.
He just shakes it and pulls it up a little bit and just
And the sound it makes is fucking great, too.
and then he just tosses the head.
Flies the fuck away. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think Steve and John go search this house and they find this body. And remember whenever Steve overreacts to all of it, he's like, he says like, I just can't, like 100 fucking times. But he doesn't say that he just can't. It's just, I just can't.
I can't.
I just can't.
Well, if you can't, you must. I can't.
Wakanda forever.
I can't forever.
Well, I just ounted like probably like 12 fucking times he says this shit.
We get it. And
You just can't.
And then the other guy said, yeah, we get it. I get it. You can't. You cunt.
But no shit. God damn it. So who's this Megan chick that was just in the fucking trash cave, the cave of rubbish with Tala, because she winds up getting taken.
Getting foot napped.
Who is this chick? She's just there. Don't even remember her.
Wasn't that the mom?
I don't know if it was the mom. It may have been the passenger to the hot dog lady.
Either way, it was one of the two.
Yeah, I was gonna say either way. We only know who the fuck Megan is because Tala calls her by her name.
But they're tied to the hands with vines. And he pointed this out whenever that sequence was going on. How is it that these really stringy vines, I mean, no bigger than, yarn when it comes to thickness, is holding their arms tight together when they could literally just put all their weight down and just snap it?
Don't know.
Maybe it's magical vine.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
But still, you would think. Common sense here.
I don't even know why this other fucking thing happened. Rick goes back to try to pitch the story again. Why does he keep going back, and why do we need to know that he keeps going back trying to pitch this fucking story?
Because he must get it out there to get paid.
But it doesn't work. He gets rejected every fucking time.
I mean, murder's on the wall right there.
Yeah.
So
Well, he goes to the woods and finds the trash bag cave. Tala winds up shooting the fuck out of Bigfoot. Rick gets injured. She heals him. You know, and there's like this fucking random couple. That random couple that just... I heard something. Go take a look at it.
oh yeah, they were in the house dancing to this song. I don't know what the hell is going on with these two, but yeah, she's knitting something, I guess, and he's in the middle of the living room walking to it, and he's just like,
She's nitpicking.
yeah, and he's just like white boy dancing,
He's like, come get your love.
and then the record needle scratches. Go check out. I heard a noise outside.
Huh?
It's probably nothing. Don't check anyway.
I love how he's just, huh?
He fucking opens the door, looks outside.
There's nothing
out here.
But doesn't she? Yeah, she's like, well, I'm calling the cops. And they're in like this little basement thingy. There's a lot of basements here. So the window that would be at ground level outside, Bigfoot's arms just kind of reach through and grab at her.
And she freaks the fuck out, just screams her ass off.
Dude, fucking talk about when a boy goes to the front door.
And there's Sasquatch.
You can see him through the door and he just opens it up anyway, like, oh, come on in.
Come dance.
Hey, boo boo.
We have good music playing.
Picnic basket.
Yeah, your buddy and soul.
So he chases them through the goddamn house. And the cops show up. Rick and, I almost just said Rick and Morty. Like, that would have been funny if their names were Rick
John
and
and
Morty.
who?
Steve.
Stevia.
Skidmark Steve.
E.
Yeah. So they show up. John winds up getting choked the fuck out. And he shoots this propane take. Really shitty CG explosion. It's very small, like just...
that was the noise when it hit the bullets.
Yeah.
Or the pencil to the freaking screen. I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck was
The
going
mouse
on.
clicking.
But yeah, Bigfoot escapes and he just gets up. Like, there's no shrapnel. See, there, he's running off.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
All right, cool. He ran
he's
away.
gone.
Okay. So there's no shrapnel. There's no blood. There's no, like, oh my God, I got hit in the fucking leg with this giant fucking tank that just blew up.
I mean, there were some pieces as big as his head. So, I mean, I don't know how that missed them.
I'm just going to skip over all this shit because I literally just took these notes down where fucking Tala heals Rick and inspires him to fight. Because this shit is boring as fuck, dude.
Yeah, a lot of just useless exposition.
I love how he was just like, we're stronger than a part. And I was like, you're stronger than a fart?
Again.
That a fart would have been stronger than the dialogue here.
Yeah.
So, again, Bigfoot, dude, the fucking door. When Bigfoot kicks that fucking door in.
Yeah, the freaking CGI door. It was already open, like
and then
you
there's
said.
just a door there.
And it just like broke into like digital shards. Or shards.
Digital shards, yes.
Yes. Because this shit was ass.
Yeah, it was a fart.
Gas swatch.
Gas squatch, yes. So he kicks the door into to Grandma's house.
My, what big teats you have.
I mean, they're pretty fucking big.
But yeah, apparently
the better to feed you with.
Apparently Rick has this like, oh my God moment. I gotta go get my grandma. And Tala's like, no, you can't. You're gonna get killed. I have to do something.
Then they just magically fucking appear at the front door.
And it's nighttime.
Bitch, where?
Yeah. No werewolf.
So he has the wherewithal while in the middle of this fight. Tala gets knocked down. He just grabs the fucking arrowhead because she's like, shoot him in the heart. Why weren't they doing this before?
Because she sucks at aiming.
And I think this was the first time he tried to shoot at him with this thing. Nailed it.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Our boy Rick for the fucking win. He knocks the fuck out of this damn thing. Right in the heart. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, apparently Tala gets injured from an attack by Bigfoot. And Rick picks up his grandma and just very life alert commercial style, just gets up, is like, I'm okay. How are y'all? Like, she just had that pose, like she just had to push the button on her chest or something. But what was funny was she's like, oh, I'm fine. I'm happy. You go ahead and y'all can go.
Bitch, she dying.
So Rick picks up Tala and brings her to the camp. And then it pans to the face of the grandma again, just for good measure to make sure she's okay.
She's got that shit-eating grin on her face too. It's so funny.
She's not even like that concerned. She's just like,
She's like, "This is my camera time. Get me in the shot."
what I really wish they would have done for comedic pleasure was to have the life alert talisman on her neck and be like, here, she needs this. Click, throw it. Yeet. Got it, Grandma. Life alert. What's your emergency? My girlfriend, Native American chick that's a hunter for Sasquatch, is dying. Sir, we can't do shit about that. Click.
I just,
Oh no, what are we gonna do now?
I have no fucking idea.
But
All
yeah, they go to the camp. Well, Rick brings her there, and he's like freaking out. It's like, what can I do? I don't know what to use, and I hope the gods tell me what to use. And apparently, an arrow just falls right on the bag.
And he just salt bays her a little bit.
Yeah, just. And she's like, "You healed me."
She pops up.
Yep.
And then yeah.
This stupidly long sequence of them fighting about, oh, well, you should come with me to the city once I make money for writing my books. And she's like, no, I want to go continue my legacy of hunting Sasquatch until the end of time. And they're like, I guess, arguing. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
He's trying to convince her that they should be together, and then finally, like, convinces her to let him fight alongside her. And he goes and joins her, and they disappear as they walk hand in hand.
Even though that's not what he wanted to do, he still convinced himself to say, you know what, I'd rather her than my actual life.
Yeah. And while that may be good for some people, I feel like that was so fucking forced here.
Yeah.
It
was so uncomfortably forced.
It was so gross.
Gotta go scrub.
Yeah, so they walk off into the sunset and they disappear together, and then Sponsor Eagle flies into the screen. The end.
Literally into the screen. It's just like poorly painted bird.
Have you ever hit a bird with the windshield of your vehicle?
Otherwise, have you ever hit a drone with your vehicle? It is literally that, but in the shape of an eagle.
Yeah.
Like those taxidermy cats that are in drones. You ever seen those?
What?
People make that. A guy did, I know for sure. He turned his cat into a drone, taxidermied.
I may have seen this, but please continue.
His legs are all sprawled out.
Yes, I have seen this.
That is what I'm imagining as the eagle. Just literally a taxidermied eagle on a drone body. Just,
Whee!
the propellers, take off real fast. No, that's what Rick and Tyler were doing. Spiritual healing.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
The more you blow.
that was Suburban Sasquatch.
God damn it, which one?
Oh God.
This is the fucking conundrum. Sometimes we have a pretty clear cut winner. Sometimes we have so. This time it's kind of like, God, I don't know, dude. I think for this one, I can't like we normally don't really judge these by how good or bad. I guess it's more or less which one entertained us the most.
I think for me in that area, I think Lycan Colony did.
Same, honestly, because it is for all its flaws and shit, it was very laugh out loud, like atrociously bad. It's the same kind of bad, even though it's very much upper echelon, like, up there. It has the same so good it's bad shit like Miami Connection and Samurai Cop and Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Right.
All these fucking movies that just have this unbelievably terrible quality, but it's somehow still fucking charming. Because for all, like I said, for all the flaws that Lycan Colony has, it still made me giggle, and I didn't feel like I was gonna look away as much as I did with Suburban Sasquatch.
There was just way too much CGI in Suburban Sasquatch for me to like really find humor in it.
Yeah, and it's not even so much the dude in a suit aspect. Because, I mean, for fuck's sake, we've seen movies like this that are still entertaining as shit.
Like, with Lycan Colony, there was a lot of green screen or blue screen going on. Very few CGI, blood spurts or whatever. Sasquatch, on the other hand, there was just a lot, like in every sequence, there was just something to do with CGI, especially when it became so much that it was just like saturated with it that I couldn't really appreciate it. Because like, oh god, this is just annoying now, personally.
Sasquatch-rated.
Yeah, but as I said, there were moments in both films to where I was, pleased humor wise, but Lycan Colony did it better because it kind of, I guess, in a way, tried a little bit harder to be a legit film, but it didn't feel as much in a negative way, I guess, as Sasquatch did.
Yeah. So we definitely salute you, Lycan Colony. Thank you so very much. We enjoyed it so very much.
Yep.
Just loved it. And
as for the other one,
very oof.
yeah,
Just,
oof,
huh?
runner oof.
Yeah,
Runner
I
up.
mean, I really want to punch the fuck out of it though.
I don't care.
Perfect. What a fucking
You've been squashed.
yeah, you've been Sasquatched. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Lycan Colony wins this this Cult Cinema Showdown. Go to the show notes below. You can watch on Amazon Prime. You can watch Lycan Colony on Amazon Prime. If you feel like you must watch Suburban Sasquatch, it is available on a 6-disc set called Depraved Degenerates, and it's really, really cheap. I think I paid like $6. It's like $1 movie, and I kind of want to check the other films out. Those might come on here later, but I'm not really sure, just because we've got other shit lined up that's probably leagues better.
Yeah, because we have to break up the monotony of like this is so bad it's good.
Yeah, because I mean, there's movies that are so bad they're good. There's movies that are notoriously bad. Then there's just some that are actual. It doesn't matter if it's so bad it's good or if it's good. It is recognized. If you say its name, it's recognizable.
Right.
Next week we're going to be doing our Avengers Endgame review, which we just saw today. Today was my second time. It was Cody's first time seeing it, and we're giving you guys 2 weeks. I mean, next week it comes out, but like when it came out last Friday.
Yeah, it officially came out last week, but we're giving y'all basically like a week or two to kind of take the time to watch it, at least once or twice, however many times you can. And then by the point that you listen to this episode coming up, you actually will be able to like, okay, these are my frustrations, these are my good points, whatever. So instead of being like, they spoiled it for us, just like the whole fucking internet does. I'm like, no. We will tell you beforehand, this is what's on the show.
Spoilers, always, as always. Spoiler. La, la, la.
Spoil.
Some lip rimming.
Yep.
Is going to be happening. Maybe that should be the slang for spoilers. It's lip rimming. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Warning, lip ring.
On our next Cult Cinema Showdown, it's going to be the film Rotor versus Prototype X-29A. This is essentially going to be 2 cyborg films. One basically could have been Terminator. The other one is like RoboCop meets Terminator meets Judge Dredd. Just wrap your head around that one. Very poorly executed, but still very much worth talking about and watching.
You got 2 weeks to prepare your body for these. So.
I hate being that kind of person, but like if you absolutely cannot afford to, nor do you want to go out and buy these readily, I think they're both on YouTube. But I know Rotor is available as part. I can't remember the other movie that it's paired with, but I know it's on like a DVD, Blu-ray 2-pack. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even sure if Prototype X-29A is physically available unless you go to eBay or some shit. But they are online to watch, so go do your homework and come join us in a couple weeks for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we're on Patreon.
Yay!
Finally, if you would like to, monetarily support the show, we have some low tier, mid tier, and top tier donation settings that you can go sign up for and become a patron at patreon.com/supermediabros. Go do that shit. We've got a couple of patrons.
We've got the
cool.
loves. Yeah.
So
we appreciate it.
Oh, fuck yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
We will start those because we are just now formally announcing it, but like we've had a couple people that just kind of snuck their way in and they were like, we know what you're doing and we like it. So we'll give those people some shout outs on next week's episode starting then.
You keep doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm done. All right. If you want to listen to past, present, and future episodes of us, go to supermediabrospodcast.com. Buy our fucking merchandise at Store Frontier. We'll put a link in the show notes.
It's still there.
It's still on sale.
Do the thing.
Do the thing and wear us.
Werewolves.
Yeah.
Clock is ticking, guys. Get your shit.
Get your shit. And summer's coming, motherfuckers. We have tank tops. Wear them.
Why the fuck not?
Look cool. I mean, look cooler. You already do look cool, but look, cooler.
Look even more cooler.
That's right.
Wear your shades, wear the shirt, wear the tank top, no matter. But make sure you pair them up with the shades and let us see you, sorry, repping the brand.
Yeah. Tweet it at us at Twitter and, post it on Instagram and tag us. Use the hashtag SuperMediaBros. Speaking of social media.
Do the thing.
I'm going to do the thing. Facebook.com/SuperMediaBros. Twitter.com/SuperMediaBros_. Instagram.com/SuperMediaBrosPodcast. Come our stupid pictures.
Right now.
Right fucking now. Dude, you know what? I don't think I have any more to say. I really feel like I've said enough with this fucking show.
I think we're done, yeah.
I'm thumbing through notes because I want to make sure I got it all.
There's nothing relevant.
We're relevant.
On that paper. That paper either.
What about this one?
That one too.
What about this one?
I'm sticking to my guns. Not that one. No.
Well, there's nothing on this.
Now you're going backwards to the other episodes. We've already done those shows.
I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything for these people.
You're good. Damn it. Stop crying.
Okay, I'm not going to cry anymore. That was Cult Cinema Showdown 22, Tales from the Cryptid, episode 70. I've been Midnight Agent Raw.
I've been Okame.
Shades on.
We're off.